It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor report, rumor report. This is the Rumor Report.
Talk to him.
With Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
So Tory Lanez and Chicana had a back and forth. You know Chicana from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Now, Chicana was on her live previously, and she was talking about the looting and the protesting, and she wants people to stop tearing up businesses. Here's what that sounded like.
Gucci ain't did to y'all. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. They racist, whatever. I don't want to hear ain't did to y'all.
Well, Tory Lanez posted, with all the things going on, I'm seeing this lady crying over the Gucci store being broken into. The effing Gucci store, shorty. Well, Chicana then was in his comments on his live, and he did put her on, and the two of them had a conversation, and here's how it went.
Have you gone outside and marched with the people yet?
No, I haven't marched with the people.
Have you been around when the looting is going on? Have you been around in like any of those places where it has been going on, like in the moments of it going on?
No, I haven't been. I don't appreciate that white man killing us. I don't think that's cool. I'm not with that. But I don't think we're gonna get anywhere by stealing these people's shit. I'm Gucci. Gucci. I don't even wear that shit anyway. It's another way we can get our point across, bruh. I scream, I'm black. You know we angry, right?
Listen, man, both of them are entitled to their opinions, but those buildings will be back. But the lives of black people killed at the hands of the police are gone forever. So to me, when you just tell protesters, rioters, whatever you want to call them, to just cut it out, it's not that simple. You're not acknowledging the pain of the people. You've given folks no other choice, no other outlet to express themselves. Plus, they don't think they're going to get justice any other way. Folks have a right to be angry. And sadly, when they're angry, they're going to express that anger in various ways. And tearing up buildings is one of them.
Man, did y'all see that older black man who they tore up his business?
Yeah, there's a lot of people, minorities that had business
that
work for hard for long years.
That one had me crying.
They had their business and stock, and it's been ruined.
You're talking about the old video from the 90s during the Rodney King riots? I saw that.
This was a recent
man was
one.
yelling in the scene.
No, he wasn't yelling. He was crying.
You know, there's a couple people out there crying.
I saw that one. I saw when they said it was from 92.
Business has been burned down, and you know, people can say, I can never go back. I can't afford it. You know, my insurance doesn't cover all of this. So a lot of minorities are hurting.
And I agree with that. And you shouldn't point the finger at the looters. Point the finger at America. This is America's fault. If you're going to point a finger at the looters, you got to point two fingers back at America. America is the root cause of this.
All right. Now, Machine Gun Kelly has raised his voice to talk about protesting. And he actually was outside protesting as well. He posted some pictures. And here's what he had to say to his fans.
If you look like me and you have racism in your heart and on your mind and coming out your mouth, you, I'm ashamed of you. If you enjoy my music or you like my movies, I don't want you watching. I don't want your business. You. I don't want nothing that's a part of the evil agenda, and that's not what our generation's legacy is going to be. Step up and speak out for our fellow people going through all this hell right now, and encourage good. Evil is running the show, man. Take it back from them. These motherfuckers, dude.
All right, man, drop on the clues bombs for Machine Gun Kelly. And drop on the clues bombs for all the white kids, all the white people out there fighting with the black folks, standing side by side with your black brothers and sisters. Mm-hmm. Every white supremacist in America right now is confused as hell. Last thing America wants at a time like this is unity. I actually think it's a white supremacist's worst nightmare to have white people out there actually fighting with black people. That's why they keep trying to push the narrative out there that, you know, these white folks are being paid to do that. They are agents. I'm sure it's COINTELPRO in these protests, black and white. But for the ones that aren't agents and they just out there fighting because they love black people, salute to you, white folks.
Yeah, I absolutely positively love that. And on a side note, I didn't know skateboards were that strong.
Woo! Hey, bro, the skateboard is gangster as hell, ain't they?
You see about the damage they do with skateboards? I'm like,
bro, them skateboards... Them skateboarders is gangster as hell. I'm going to tell you something else. I'm so happy that there's so many white people out there, because if it was just us Negroes, they'd have got us. It'd have been so much deaths this weekend. It'd have been so much missing black folks if it was just black folks out there, white folks that are actually out there for the right cause. Carry on.
All right, now Michael Jordan has also spoken out amidst everything that's happening with George Floyd, and he released a statement. He said, "I am deeply saddened, truly pained, and plain angry. I see and feel everyone's pain, outrage, and frustration. I stand with those who are calling out the ingrained racism and violence toward people of color in our country. We have had enough." So that was part of the statement that Michael Jordan put out. He said, I don't have the answers, but our collective voices show strength and the inability to be divided by others. We must listen to each other, show compassion and empathy, and never turn our backs on senseless brutality. We need to continue peaceful expressions against injustice and demand accountability. Our unified voice needs to put pressure on our leaders to change our laws, or else we need to use our vote to create systematic change. Cardi B also has posted a video, and she was talking about the looters and everybody being upset over the murder of George Floyd. And here's what she had to say about people just being tired of being peaceful.
Seeing people looting and going extremely outraged, and as much as people is so against it, at this point, I feel like I'm not against it, even though it do scare me, and I don't want anybody to get hurt. But it's really frustrating. You want to know why? Because how many peaceful protests have we seen? Like, I've been doing police brutality videos ever since my teeth been up. And the only that changed has been my teeth. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, could take the grown and adult way and act peaceful. People are tired of that. So now this is what people have to resort to.
She's right. It goes back to what I said earlier. You got to acknowledge the pain of the people. Like you've left people with no other choice. At least that's how they feel. They're desperate. They got no other outlet to express themselves. Plus, 40 million people being unemployed, man. You know, poverty is real. People been sitting in the house for 3 months. They just want to feel good. And, you know, if getting some free stuff makes them feel good, sadly, that's what they're going to do. And that's why I think Michael Jordan should set up a pop-up shop and have legal looting. Just let Michael Jordan buy a building and just put mad Jordans in there and just let people run up in there legally.
People will be hurting each other
that
for
could
those
be very
Jordans,
dangerous.
Too. You might as well just give them away. Just give everybody get a free pair of Jordans. You know, that way, because they be fighting. Even when they see people looting, you see them stealing sneakers from each other.
Well,
yeah,
maybe that's how you contain the chaos a little bit. Make it like a fear factor challenge or something.
All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. Now, when we come back, we got front page news. What are we talking about?
Yes, I'll give you some updates on what was happening overnight. We'll tell you about the curfews that a lot of these cities, at least 40 cities and Washington, D.C. have imposed curfews. And we'll tell you some new developments.
All right. We'll get into that next. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.